Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I will show you how to extract EXIF metadata from photos using RStudio, or what we normally call nowadays POSIT. You learn how to find, or in this video you learn how to find where your photos were taken, map the locations, and create some insightful graphs showing the time and months when your photos were captured. So let us get started. As you can see from my screen, you can be able to see a poster, an introduction on what we are going to do today. And as you can see, our main thing today is actually to import this EXIF metadata and analyze the photo location in RStudio. So what is, someone may wonder, what is this we call EXIF? So in layman's language, or in layman's language, I can put it like that. Actually, these are the images. So if you have images, if you have a phone, if you have a camera, so we normally keep our memories each and every day. Maybe we travel to various places, locations, countries, maybe continents. We take some nice photos just for memories. Then now those photos, maybe you don't know, or you are not aware, there are some hidden information. Like those photos has some hidden information, or metadata, or what you call the metadata, hidden information. Like some of those images, they have the GPS location, both the latitude, the longitude. We can be able to see the model of maybe the camera you use to take those photos, so that it can be captured in those images. The like the length, the width of those images, it can be captured as well. Maybe the file extension, the file type. So all those kind of information is what we call the metadata. And now the EXIF, as we have just seen, is actually what you call the exchangeable image file. And now this hidden information that I've just explained, now when you put all those information together, so now what you call the metadata. So that's what you call the EXIF metadata. And now this is the information stored in your photos, like the date, time, and even the location where they were taken. This data can be goldmine for visualization and analysis. So like for instance, if you want to know, maybe you are a traveler, that's it, and you want to know how many images maybe were taken in Africa, how many images were taken in Europe, how many maybe images were taken maybe specific country. So you'll be able to do that based on this EXIF metadata. So today now I want to show you step by step, to take you step by step on how to import this information from your images or from your folder to RStudio. Then you do all this analysis and you have exciting maybe images. Good. So to do that, we have some packages that we need, or that we require for this project to be successful. So we have, as you can see here, the major or the main packages that we need. We have EXIFR. So this responsible for importing this EXIF metadata. TG Pro 2 DBIL is just for normal visualizations. So like if you are going to use the histograms. Then we have rubricate. This one is responsible for actually conversion of this time information, maybe to a data frame. Sorry, to to time. Maybe if you want to convert this information, like data date, if you have a variable in date but you want to convert it to maybe to hours, to months, now this package is responsible to do that for that activity. Then we have the Leaflet. This is actually package responsible for creating an interactive map. Good. Once we are done with this, I can take you to my folder. Now this is my my images. As you can see above here, we have this PC desktop. So there's a folder that I've just created, the EXIF project. Then there's a subfolder by the name images. So this is actually an folder that contains symbols of my images that have, it's arrayed images actually. So these are personal images. Now I want to use them in this project. So as you can see down here, actually in total we have 1204 items. So in analysis, actually this is equivalent to 1204 observation. So this is what we are going to use in this project. So good, let us now move to R Studio. So we have to, the first step, we have to set the environment, setting up the environment. So the setting up the environment, that means we need to ensure that you make sure that you have installed R and R Studio. They are installed. That's the first thing that you need to do. Then the next thing, you need to install the packages. So the packages that I've just mentioned earlier, you need to install them before you do anything. So once we install the packages, so we can now import these EXIF metadata. And now in this case, we have to, like, if you go to images where you put your images, so you can just click there and you copy that, then come to your R, go to your R Studio, go to your R Studio. Then at this point, you need to paste it here. But you need to be careful. At this point, if, let me first load that. Let's see, I've loaded those. Let me do this. Sort that. Yeah. So I've loaded those packages. Then the next thing, read underscore EXIF. This function is only available once you have installed this package. So without this package, then you will have an error in this. Then another thing you need to be careful at this point, if I execute this, that would be an error. So you can see there's an error here. This one being, now for this file path or the location, you need to be careful with these forward shells. So if you are going to use the forward shells, make sure they are double. So ensure they are double, like that, like that, like that, like that. So if you want to use the forward shells, so once you do that, you can now execute and it will work out successfully. Perfect. So you can see still it's loading. So it's running now. Good. So you can see now we have this data, and in total we have 1204 observations, then 264 variables. These 264 variables is now what we call what we are interested in. So if I just click on this, then I'll be able to have all this information. It's now what we call the metadata. So you can be able to see the source file, and be able to see EXIF true fashion, file name, directory. Be able to see that, the file size, file modify date. So you can see the earliest image I have in my memory is based on the current phone I'm using, is actually from the year 2017. And now the latest you can see is the year, we can be able to see the year 2024. So the earliest is 2017 in this case. So you can see another file permissions, file type. So majority of these photos, they are JPEG. And another thing, actually, if you are going to, for you to have excellent insight on these images, I advise that you use JPEG photos. These photos, actually, or images, they tend to have a lot of information that will be important for you. So you can move on, and you'll be able to see the image height, width, the resolution. You can be able to see that wide resolution, X resolution, and so on. And if I move to the next, I can be able to see the GPS latitude, longitude, processing method, altitude, altitude, and longitude. And another thing, so not all images will capture all this kind of information. That's an unfortunate thing. So as for instance, you can be able to see some images here. They under the GPS longitude, they are see you can be able to see NA. So like for instance here, and be able to see latitude, longitude. But if you scroll down, you realize not all images they have captured this longitude and latitude. You can be able to see NA. So it means we have some missing information here. Good. Now, once we have that data, so the next thing we need to do is we need some columns, some important columns here. So first we need to extract and do mapping for the location. So we need to see, now this is the first thing that we need to do, extracting and mapping for the locations. So now let us focus on the GPS data to map where these photos were taken, basically using now this leaflet package. So now I'm going to filter my data or to do a subset of this data to only the GPS altitude and the GPS longitude. And now, since you saw from the previous data that I've just presented to you, there was some missing information on some images, especially on the latitude and longitude. So we are going to execute them from our map or from our analysis. So what you need to do, the reason is for us to achieve that, we are going to use this is.na. So to execute the NA or the missing information. So I'll just allow me to execute that. Perfect. Now you can be able to see now we have a new data by the name GPS metadata, the subset, the one that I've just filtered out. And now it does now 309 observations, not 1224, not 1224. The reason being, I have excluded all those images that did not capture the latitude and longitude GPS information. So the one that have this GPS latitude and longitude is 309 observation, and now you'll be able to see them there. Then the next thing, I can now be able to create an interactive map using this Leaflet. So the only thing is, so Leaflet, the data that I'm going to use is the GPS metadata. Then I'm going to add markers based on the GPS longitude and latitude. Just a simple start. So I just can execute this. Perfect. There we are. So you can be able to see now I have the map, an interactive map here. Now, actually I'm from Kenya, and the majority of these images you'll be able to see now they are from different places in Kenya. So you'll be able to see, for instance, we have the capital city of Kenya, which is Nairobi. So you can be able to see some images there. We have some Kericho, some Kakamega, Pungoma. So you can be able to see some images there. There's so different towns now. So if I zoom in like this, if I zoom in this image, you can be able to see world map. Now you can be able to see this location is from Africa, is now a continent. You can see they are from Africa. Now if I zoom out, so we have almost 54 countries in Africa. Now you will be able to see all these images, they are scattered in one country, they are from one country, Kenya. So you can be able to see Kenya here. Now if I zoom in again, now in Kenya, so you'll be able to see different locations now, like the capital city of Kenya, Nairobi. So you'll be able to see some images there. I took some images there and I was there. So some we have, sorry, let me zoom out. Like that. So now you can be able to see from different places. So now that is actually the main important, or the using this interactive map. So now with this code, you see you can be able to click on those markers and you see the photos corresponding to each location. For instance, if I click here, I can see image with code image and img underscore 2020 204_112919. It was taken at this place. If I click on this marker again, I'll be able to see another image. Also this marker again here, I'll be able to see a different image. So that's now the importance of with this code. So you'll be able to view or to locate some images. So if you want to create a real memory, so you want to know if you have a lot of images in your images in your camera or phone, and you don't know which images were taken, maybe in which location or which country, so you can be able to use this interactive map, and you'll be able to have that memory now actualized. Now the next thing now, let us create some visualization to see when your photos, maybe when you need to see when these photos were taken. So but the first thing we need to do is to extract the time and the month from the date time original field. So in this metadata, we have a variable by the name date time original. So from this you can be able to see a month, date, day, we have hours, minutes, seconds. So you can extract all that kind of information. So the main function of this rubric date is to again to convert date time original field to date time format. That's what we are doing here. Then from there we extract hour. So you can be able to see at this point I have extracted hour. So I need to see those images were taken as some hours, like count hour and the count here. So I'll execute that. Perfect. Then I now have a visualization, so like using the histogram. That perfect. So you can see the photos taken by hour. So you can see at 0 hour, 5 hours, 10 hours. Majority of you can see majority of the at 10 hours. Majority of the what? Sorry, the photos were taken at this point, 20 hours and so on. So you'll be able to see, you can be able to do that visualization and see which photos were taken at which hour and so on. Then by month. So remember, we have different we normally create different memories and different seasons and so on. So based on the months from January to December. So at this point, I'm creating a metadata month. So also there are some images that have no information on this month, so I'm excluding them at this point. Then I just create a visualization as well. So I do that. Perfect. So you can see now I have photos taken by month. So you can see a trend. If you want to see a trend, how you take your photos. So this is the right visualization to do that. The right features to do for you to use. So like the month of January, you can be able to see February. It was above 100. March, yeah, 100, above 100. April below 50. May above 100 photos. June below 50. July above 100. August below 100. September above 100. October, actually this month reported the highest number of photos. So the room above 150. So that's almost 200 plus. Then November below 50. December below 50. So you can see now this is the trend. This shows the trend on how these photos were taken. So as well, you can use this also to create some trends or some interactive graphs based on the memories that you have created in based on different uh, seasons, maybe locations, and so on, and different times. Good. And there you have it. So we have successfully extracted EXIF metadata, mapped photo locations, and created time-based visualizations. I hope this inspires you to explore your photo data in creative ways. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future tutorials. At the same time, if as you can see, yeah, if you need any assistance, need any service, if you need any assistance with data analysis, research, or any related service, feel free to reach me out. My email is there, so just contact me and we can just assist each other. Thank you.